evening. Hello.
I feel like maybe I need to clean my camera on the laptop. I feel like maybe that's the problem.
Oh, that could be, girl, it could be me too, honey. Maybe that's it. Look. Oh, shoot, girl. I just whipped stuff around. Okay, whatever.
Uh-oh.
All right, good evening. We here with the Belle Collective Review, season 6 episode.
Girl, yeah, I wonder why is he finagling these seasons like that? Because they only been on since 2021, and if they came on consistently the way we are used to seeing the season, it wouldn't be 6. But yeah, season 6, episode 1, honey.
Yes. So, with this episode, it is called Harpo, Who This Woman?
Harpo,
Who this woman?
Who this woman?
She nothing but a big heifer.
Right, exactly.
So, here we go. We start off with Marie and Latrice. Let me go on here. Look. Let me get my little, I can see the shit. Hold on. Here we go. So Marie, she rolls on up to what is the place called? It's called the Goddess Links. Yeah, Goddess Links. It's got a drive-through. How swanky.
I know, it's so funny. I was like, oh, I like that kind of idea. That's pretty cool.
Yes, so let me see if I can get this another way. Okay, so it's the Goddess Links, okay? So I guess they want to have a fresh start, new beginnings, her and Latrice. They used to go back and forth. And we see that Dr. Monroe, aka Marie, or what she called her, BBL Marie.
That's what Latrice called her, yeah.
She graduated summa cum laude. I don't even know how to pronounce it right because I ain't never been one, honey. And so she's over there talking with Latrice, and she's telling her about her rekindling with her ex-husband, but she got a friend. And I'm like, what? Okay. So she's dating. And Latrice and Letitia is in a good place right now. They're talking about that. Also, Marie is there really to invite her to her 45th birthday party. Mm-hmm. But Latrice says she won't be able to come because they just opened the business, the restaurant Taste. Mm-hmm. And she already had prior engagement. So what do you think about this scene? I think I hit everything.
Listen, I can see it. I'm so glad that, hey girl, I'm so glad that Marie and Latrice are trying it again. And really that is because I feel like Marie looked crazy continuing to argue with Latrice. I don't know what it was with them two. Thanks so much for grabbing your heart, me. But I'm glad that they're trying to turn over a new leaf. Let's see how this goes. I feel like Latrice called it right. Like something is going on with Marie, and she in a much better spirit, which I guess we end up finding out is because she's back with her ex-husband, or they're dating.
Yes.
And seem like she's getting, whatever it is, she's got the glow. So I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad because she looked crazy to me going back and forth with Latrice. I didn't understand what the point was.
Yeah. The only thing I remember is when they were all at the table at a brunch or something, and she had on some of Latrice's weave or something. And she was trying to call her about her weave being cheap or whatever.
Well, yeah, that was during first season. So if you had like anybody that was watching it, even at that point, I'm like, that's what I mean. She looked crazy the way that she was coming for Latrice at any point, even with the hair. She just kind of came out, and I feel like, excuse me, that was second season. Whenever they call it something on second season, but you know, the girl is young. They were at one of Leticia's brunches that was supposed to be for women empowerment. And then here you is, you know, telling her she's selling bad product. And rudely at that, like not even. And so, yeah, you look crazy because that girl is young. Everybody starts somewhere. And I don't see nobody trying to clock what you over there doing. I mean, what are you doing? Because did we ever find out who tried to shoot up her house? Or pow, 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 her house. But,
honey, right. I don't even know.
It's been her
ex-husband, man. Girl, I don't even know. So then we go on over and we see, and I thought this was something to look at. These two here. And I just want to play this. Hold on a second. I want to play this right quick.
Thank you so much for the gifts.
Because I'm like, okay, this lady and Glenn, I guess they call themselves turning over a new leaf, but Glenn's still up to his old tricks, isn't he?
Well, I guess Leticia doesn't know that.
That's it. Girl, yeah. No.
An outside child. Is this your baby?
No, it's not my baby, Tisha.
We're in a good space, and so right now, my man been good. So let me show him some appreciation. I'm right there, get dressed, get comfy, because you know you got a whole table over here waiting for you.
Okay, I'm feeling that.
The first of the year, Glenn and I, we made a recommitment to each other. So we now will have tough conversations, and we are really, really focused on working to make each other better and not assuming. Okay. That's what I want to see, Mr. Pearson.
Girl.
The next clip, I'm going to say, play the audio, but leave the picture up. Like, don't put the audio on, play it with the picture.
Okay.
So you can try to avoid copyright. I mean, yeah, listen, I guess Leticia loved her man. I said, this is how I felt when she was talking to Glenn, giving him the massage. You know, she's like, oh, I feel like I'm so much in my feminine era. I feel like there's a lot of that going on. I'm not trying to disclaim it, but I'm also trying to understand if her getting, because it looks like she's had some work done.
Yes.
I'm not trying to point out anything. Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything is wrong with it. But what I do want to be honest about is you getting work done? What's helping you feel more feminine? Because that man is still the same. Like, I don't know. And so if that be the case, I would like for her to be honest about that. Because I said in my notes, maybe this femininity that she just found, feeling all herself and thinking she, feeling her femininity, maybe that's one step to her leaving Glenn ass, because I ain't really sure if he all he cracked up to be. And we find that out toward the end of the episode.
Okay.
That he seemed to be up to his old tricks while she's sitting here in La La Land. And, hey, to each his own.
But I think she's a contradiction, because she says she has the masculine energy, and then she has her new feminine self. I'm like, okay. What does that mean?
Well, I felt like I thought she was saying that she had been operating in her masculine energy.
Oh, I didn't hear the past.
And now she's feeling more feminine. So I'm assuming with him coming in and her wanting to massage him, I'm assuming that means some of that. Like before, when you running around trying to work or whatever, you know, like you kind of like, ain't nobody got time to rub your back. You know, I gotta take my ass to sleep and go to work in the morning. I don't know. So but again, I just wondered if it has anything to do with her having work done.
Yeah, you can tell she has some work done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because them breasts, they sitting up there.
Yeah, they are. Right? I was like, okay, girl. And again, I'm not saying this in a way where it's like, oh, you had work like this. And if that's what you felt like you needed to do, you can go and do it. You know, go ahead. But also, and I guess the doctor's supposed to, but in this day and time, I'm sure that they really are not checking your like mental state about why you're choosing to do things. But that would just be the only hang up, is that I will hope that is coming from like what you need, you know what I mean? And not necessarily something that you're trying to do, you know, on the outside. I mean, of course, we ain't heard Glenn say nothing to him, and I don't mean it to say like he asked her for it, but I'm wondering like if she's trying to compete with whatever it is he's running around in the DMs, you know, trying to get. That would be the problem.
I don't even think it'd matter, because he probably messed with them all.
Well, that's my point. You know, but I mean, you know, women can't feel that way though. Like if he getting somebody younger, like the girl, you know, end up saying like, "Do you see her and see me?" You know, like it's kind of like, you know. And again, if that be it, then that would be the problem with her, you know, having to work.
My issue, if I'm not mistaken, have they been married a long time? She got a lot of kids or something? Does she got a lot of kids with him? She's been married. Did she used to be small and got big? Because she looked like she always been big.
No, not that I know of. If I'm not mistaken, I thought they only had the one son, Josh. I do believe they've been together for quite some time. I don't know. When she was introduced to us, she was the larger size, the size that she was. I don't know if she got smaller, you know what I mean, got big after giving birth. Listen, and it ain't for me to judge, because I'm about to say, and I don't want to sound like, you know, not a girl's girl, but I feel like a lot of people hold on to that. That's just I don't know, maybe some people can't get rid of their baby weight. I never had that problem, so I don't know.
I gained my weight after the baby, so.
Well, the weight that I have now is after my kids, but that's what I mean. I never had that problem. I gained my weight while I was pregnant, and it all came off when I gave birth. So I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe if she had kids older or something, maybe it might be a little harder if she had a geriatric pregnancy.
I mean, she just the size that she is, and felt like because maybe that, you know, like some people just are the size that they are.
Yeah, because she's top heavy.
There's no reason for it, really.
Yeah, she's top heavy, so you know, that's why I just assumed that she was probably always that size. And I don't think he's too bothered by it, because he probably liked what he liked. You know what I'm saying? And he probably just don't discriminate. You know, I've seen plenty of big women with small men.
Well, you know, here's the thing about womenizing men. I think that they don't have a preference. You just need to be woman. Like, you know, that's
it. That didn't get wet. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
like that's the only requirement that's necessary.
So then we go over to Marie and Cedric. Now, I'm kind of new to this, so I was not expecting to see what I was seeing. I didn't know these people were so average. That is the best way I can say it. I did not realize that. Is this it? Yeah. So I didn't realize it. So, you know, I'm looking at what? I said, maybe this is on the 5-acre farm or something. I don't know. But we at Cedric's house. And Marie goes there with their daughter. They have together. You know what? I didn't even write down the daughter's name. Do you know her name?
I do not.
Okay. So, Cedric and Marie are rekindling their relationship. to me, they kind of trauma bonded at his brother's funeral. So
That's what it sound like.
yeah. So he said she wasn't nice to him until his brother had passed away. And she says he thought the grass was greener on the other side, and guess he found out it wasn't. And I don't know. And he says sometimes you have the right person at the wrong time. So that's
they've been together 13 years. When she came onto the show, Cedric was playing games and like not coming home and doing kind of crazy stuff. In my notes, this is what I put. Cedric can stay as long as he keep Marie Monroe off the girls' heads. Like, you know, like she in some sinful place, then fine. I think that Cedric is taking her for a ride. That's my next note, because that I identify Cedric and Glenn and Selena's husband, which is interesting why they all seem to get along, right? We forgot to tell y'all, let us know what you are rating this week's episode of Belle Collective. But I feel like, as I'm about to group the whole episode, I feel like there seems to be a synergy, at least at this very point. I don't know if that changes at some point, but right now, and it's weird to me because So Gucci and Aikisha are no longer there, and it seemed to be all the time while they were there, there was a lot of conflict with them. Mm-hmm. And if I had to point out what the major difference was, it was like their husbands. Mm-hmm. And so I identified Glenn with Cedric and, like I said, Selena's fiance as womanizers. And so she got a ride. She on the ride. She back on the ride. Like, and I guess he's gonna take her for a ride. I said I'm not really sure why Marie compared dating the two men to having multiple wives. Like, I'm not really sure what the correlation was there, because personally, I can't remember if they are. I guess they are legally divorced. Yeah. Because they continue to refer to him as ex-husband. But my point with that is, you're allowed to date other people. I don't know where this thing came from. Where, I mean, that's between the two people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But as far as dating go, I think that in this case, especially with this person kind of coming back around, I would not date anybody else. I would still date the guy. But again, I don't know why she compared it to having multiple wives. Maybe she just, play with words and things like that. And then I said, the last one was I was saying maybe she was just saying it to get a reaction out of Cedric, to see what he would do and what he would say. But listen, I don't think he worth a damn. I don't know if it looked like it by that house or not, because I noticed that Marie, even though they cover up the little emblem for the car, that looked like a Nissan emblem.
I thought that was.
I'm not even judging the car that she drives. She can drive whatever she wants to, for me, I'm not counting your pockets. But for the extravagant person that she presents, I think that I thought I would have saw her in something else. And again, it don't have to be like a Porsche or a G-Wagon like Miss Latrice, but I was surprised that it was a Nissan. Because I'm not even sure if Nissan is up there with like some purposeful car, like a Toyota hybrid, or you know what I'm saying? Like that. Those are not, I don't think, expensive. But they, a lot of people have them because of everything else. Maybe
it's a Nissan Maxima.
Okay, so I don't know. It didn't look like it, or it looked pretty old. And I'm not good with cars. Oh, I'm not a car booty at all. So I'm just saying, just basic. It looked like a car I would go take my child to go get, like a used car. That's what it looked like to me.
Oh, I thought it was. Thank
you for grabbing your heart, me.
I was thinking. I knew it was some kind of Nissan because I kept looking. I'm like, Is that an Ultima or a Maxima?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so the Maxima.
Now, that part I don't know, but whichever one it'll go.
I know it looks small, so
whichever one.
It looked compact, so I thought it was an Altima at first. I was like, I know she can't be driving a Nissan Altima. Hopefully, it's a Maximum. Dr. Monroe.
I just thought that was odd. Like, I'm like, she's very, extravagant about things, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I noticed the car too, though. Girl, I was tripping off the.
I got a Buick. Like, I feel like my Buick is a little bit higher.
I said, girl, no, I was just taken back when I see that damn house. I said, oh. So I was showing my daughter the pictures that I put up here. And she goes, oh, I could be on that show.
Wow. Yeah, right.
She's like, it's my daughter, she just built her house. So I'm like, I was like, I don't know. I don't want to, I don't know.
Well, that's Cedric's house. I feel like for me, I don't know if I always pay attention to that part. And I think maybe it depends on how it's presented. So with Cedric, I didn't feel like it was so out of place for him, like for that to be his place. That's not Marie's place. I don't think Marie's place, at least the places we've seen her in, they don't look like that. They look like average, well-to-do homes, you know what I mean? But maybe not mansions or what we used to with housewives.
Yeah.
For me, that was the appeal about Belle Collective, though. It is Jackson, Mississippi. I'm not necessarily sure. I've never been to Jackson, Mississippi. I'm not sure what that is, but
it's a college town.
I do think it's nothing like Indianapolis, Indiana, Chicago, Illinois. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? So
they have Jackson State University there.
What that mean, though? What that mean?
I mean, it's a big college. So it's a big black college.
What that mean about the houses and things?
Well, so you have affluent people there. So I was just shocked to see that kind of house.
I still don't correlate that because I don't know. But I've never been there. That's what I mean. I get for me, my mind say is Southern. That they probably country has a slower way of living. So things are not as up to date. Like, it takes a little bit longer for the things to look the same way they do if you're around the city. That's just my mind frame.
Oh, no. No.
I feel like even going to Gary would be something similar. They have nice houses, but there's a lifestyle and a way. I don't know. And it's not to say one is better than the other. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what it is. There's a lifestyle that happens. So, like I said, because that's Cedric's house, I wasn't surprised. I don't really think Cedric got a lot going on. I think it's Marie Monroe.
Oh. So what did she mean by when she said, because when they were married, he was been around the world and so
I think she was saying maybe he traveled for his job, but I think she was saying he was being a playboy.
Okay, so I was wondering if she was saying that he was being a playboy or he traveled for work. So I'm like, was he in the military? Because this don't look like no traveling type house.
Glenn used to go, Glenn had a job where he had to, I'm going to use the term fishing boat, but maybe it was an oil rig.
Oil rig, I believe so.
Go and be gone for 3 weeks or whatever it is, and so there we go again with that being a way of life. Like there's another place, Gary, where everybody work at the steel mill.
Yes, they do. They make good money at the steel mill.
It's just a way of life.
Yeah.
That they do. So she could have been meaning both.
I don't know.
She could, because it could be factual that he traveled. Maybe that's what allowed him the ability to be the playboy.
Okay. I don't see it in the house. I put it that way. And the cost of living there is cheap.
Absolutely not. No, nobody does.
I don't see it. So our next stop is, before we go there, she did when she correlated about she wanted to have her cake and ice cream too. And basically when he said the ancestor had multiple people, so she had been dating both of them, or either at least seeing the other guy for 8 months and dating him. I don't know. I think it's made up for TV, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
So next we go on over to, I think it's Selena and her boyfriend Mike. And let me find that. Girl, I can't.
It's your fiance.
Okay, all the same.
In my white voice. Fiance.
So here we go. We're here at the girl, I don't even know. Selena, she suffered some losses last year. She lost some of her fur babies, and one was her son's dog. The kids lost the grandmother. She was supposed to start working at Taste, and she could not because she was in a bad accident. And she talked about her son being, taken out, and not really trusting Mike because he has went and got a truck and a boat, and they're supposed to be saving up for this wedding. And she was talking about all the things that what's going to cost, and I'm like, when I started hearing 8 and 10,000, whatever, I'm looking at this house. I'm like, save your money, go buy a house, go to Justice of Peace.
Where they was I had to remind myself that she was talking about a wedding, because I'm like, where is she talking about? She about to spend all this money at? Like, why does it cost that much?
Yeah, I went to the Justice of the Peace, so I'm like, really? And then so like when I'm watching this, and I was wondering why they were focusing on his hand for a minute, because the camera went down while he was holding this drink, and it went down to his hand. I'm like, what the hell? Why are they doing this? So I went zoomed in on my computer just to see what it was, and just to see that his nails were dirty. I'm like, okay.
It's funny because I rewatched the episode, and I'm not sure if it was his nails were dirty or was they trying to highlight what he had in the glass.
Yeah, he didn't have much in the glass.
Well, and I don't think it was wine either.
You think it's some kind of liquor?
Yeah. Well, and I noticed they had the Patron Añejo, because I know that bottle on the counter. And I wondered if it was, because that's what I was like. I didn't know if it was the nails, or like I said, if they was trying to show like that he had actual liquor in that glass.
Is that a thing?
Either way, they was trying to point out something. It was a dig.
Oh, so because
right. Either way, it's a dig, because what it's saying is like you drinking liquor out the wrong glass. That's a wine glass. Yeah.
I don't drink at all, so.
Thanks for coming in and liking the video.
So, so I didn't get that one. So, but yeah, she's saying all that money it was going to cost for them to get married. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I said, my notes, I said, I really don't know about Selena. I'm looking at her sideways because I really don't like the way she treated Soguchi or Sophia. I do think that because, for anybody who needs a little backstory, Selena is JJ's ex-wife, which Soguchi is married to JJ. Now, we end up finding out last season that Selena was approached by the show first. Now, let me give you this other tidbit. Selena's and JJ's girls used to be on, what's the dance show with the D4L? Dancing Dolls.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that was it. So they were on Dancing Dolls, which, interesting enough, they were divorced and he was married to Sophia. But all the audience who had watched Dancing Dolls at the time, did say, even though, because of course that was about the girls anyway, but they did say that they never saw So Gucci. So, fast forward to this show. Apparently, Selena was approached first. Something happened. Well, her son passed away unexpectedly. So she referred So Gucci. So Gucci comes onto the show, does a season, and the following season, Latrice kind of brings in Selena. And that season started off with them getting into it at the event.
Yeah.
And so after that, it was just a back and forth between them. And I didn't quite understand Selena's get up because I never got that So Gucci was trying to do anything with her. Like, I didn't think she was trying to take her place. Like, even at that fight that took place, when Selena came in, Selena seemed like she was being pressed to want somebody to acknowledge who she was. And I didn't understand why that was so important. But I guess at this point, knowing that she referred So Gucci, I guess she expected So Gucci to, like, kiss her ass or something. Or I don't know, because it was I just didn't like the way she came in. And now that So Gucci is gone, it's kind of like you get this whole breath of fresh air, and you ain't really gotta go back and revisit that because she's not here. And I'm just looking at her sideways.
Yeah.
Like, and then even with this fiance that she has, like, I'm looking at him like a Glenn. And and it's so sad to me sometimes because I be wanting to believe in love with these people the same way they believe in love. But we all the same age, and so, I'm kind of like, dang, it's really sad for you to not be able to see that this boy, man, it's really like, don't seem all that great. But anyhow, that's all I'm going to say. And listen, and this is just from the little bit that they showed me. And then what it is that she's saying. Like, because I don't know the man from what Marie Monroe said about old girl from a bag of rocks. I don't know this man from a bag of rocks. And that is true. All I know is what they've shown and what she said. And to me, you getting ready to marry somebody who went out and purchased a boat and a truck. You know how much money something like that costs? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know if it's his money, her money. That part don't even matter. It's just like, if y'all sitting up in the house every day, like you just said to us, right?
Yeah.
How is it that he's going to spend tens of thousands of dollars and you don't even know it? That, like, I don't know how you laying down sleeping next to somebody who do that. I don't know how you do that.
Was it tens of thousands of dollars?
Well, maybe, okay, you're right. Maybe the way they are presenting it is something different. Maybe it's not a brand new boat, right? Maybe it's not a brand new truck, okay?
Girl.
You could be right about that.
Girl, you done went all the way like he done bought a yacht.
Yeah, right. Like that. But I think in general, a boat is expensive. You're not like, a boat is like going out to go get a car.
But did she say what kind of boat? Girl, it could be a goddamn canoe. I don't know.
She's so funny. Like, not a canoe. Well, you're right. I agree with you that it's all relative. You're right. We don't know. But for me, it's just about the deceitfulness of it. So, like you said, whatever it is that was spent, it's larger than going to the store, and buying yourself a new pair of shoes.
Could it be?
You know what I mean?
Could it be? Could it be?
Yeah, we're going to go with it is. You're not getting a semi. And I don't know that.
He bought a semi?
That he might have went and bought a fishing boat.
He bought a semi?
Know what I'm saying? Huh?
He bought a semi?
I thought that's what she meant by a truck. Yeah, because that's what she told Leticia, that he wanted to get in the business with the same business that Glenn was doing, and Glenn went and bought a truck to go do loads. That's to go ship stuff back and forth. So yeah, that's a semi. Now
you don't have to have a semi for that. My brother does
That's what I'm saying. What size, semi, and all of that, we don't know. Like those are the things we don't know. But my point, without knowing any of that, is that to go and do that however way your finances work, whatever it is that you went and spent, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000, it's all too deceitful. It's all too deceitful. You land next to somebody who just get up and spend $3,000. And again, you told us y'all spend all y'all time together. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Because his money is his money.
Well, even still, what are y'all talking about though? That seems to me like that would be something you tell somebody. Who else are you talking to about it?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
But it seems like they're not talking about it until they got in front of the camera.
Again, that's what's giving me the red flag for him. So that's why I'm saying that he seemed like a Glenn to me. He seemed like he ain't really got nothing going on. And she seemed like she's selling him off to us. And that's what I mean. It's so sad for me to watch ladies at the age that they are just kind of do this and be here. But I mean, you got you a man, girl, because I think maybe she thinks that's the flex.
So my question, so Glenn, he's a truck driver or does transportation now?
That is what he quit his job last season to do. Mm-hmm. Now, this episode, she just told us that he went back into oil. Now, I don't know if that means he somehow is using his truck to do it. Like he started this business that he said he wanted to start, and he got upset with her for wanting to try to get it going or, help him with getting it going, or if he's back working for a company.
Okay.
I'm going to assume he's probably back working for a company.
Yeah.
Yeah, because here's the deal. He didn't want to hear Leticia telling him anything. And I'm sure, because I'm just calling it like I see it, I'm sure he didn't know how to do it his own damn self. So, I'd like to say, I ain't even trying to throw him under the bus, just calling it like I see it. But I know he don't want to listen to her because he's chauvinistic like that Cliff.
Yeah. Yes. I think because, being on that oil rig or whatever it is, and being gone like that, I know he makes very good money. And probably to try to go out and venture, it's hard when you being an entrepreneur and trying to get out there and do it, yourself.
It is. That's why I'm in my workshop trying to learn how to get to grants and, give me a business plan and that type of stuff. That's not stuff that you just can jump out and do.
Yeah.
And the thing is, let me just put this shameless plug in here. The thing is, everybody is an entrepreneur today, right? Everybody is, right? And the difference is not everybody had a business together. So not everybody has registered with the state. Not everybody has made sure they've separated their business from their personal entities. Like there are things that you have to do to actually legitimize your business.
Yeah.
Brandy Janae Beauty is not just something that I say and that I name.
Yeah.
Like this is my
registered business.
And I work right. Yeah.
That's how it goes.
I pay taxes on it.
Yes, ma'am.
Have to,
got your EIN number and everything. Yeah.
And so that's my point. But everybody, you can tell anybody that you're an entrepreneur. You can open up this app and start going live and call yourself a content creator. And at that moment,
you get a 1099.
You consider yourself an entrepreneur, right? Because you're working for yourself. But like I said, that's it. But nobody wants to do that part because those are the hard things. And those, y'all just keep following on along, honey. So let's get on to it. So yeah, he back working for a company, and it is hard to switch that off. I still work full time, but that's like I said, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing so I can transition and get some of the stuff I need to kind of solidify. Because hey, go ahead.
Yeah, I know how that
in
go.
the right rooms, honey. I am getting in the right rooms. You best believe it.
Well, Miss Selena need to be getting in the right rooms because she's gonna need all that money for her wedding.
Well, I think she thinks she is, honey.
So next thing, we're here at the Taste Bar, a bar taste. What is it? Is it called? The Taste.
It's Taste.
The Taste.
I think it's Taste. What, like bar and grill? I don't know. I don't even know if it's a bar and grill. I know it's called Taste.
It looks nice.
I'm going and trying it.
It really looks nice.
It's funny that you said what you said about the people's houses, but I sure did think to myself, who's eating that extravagant in Jackson, Mississippi? Like, I've never went to a restaurant, even though it's on my bucket list, and ordered a whole fish. You know what I mean? Like that would come out in that way. So I'm like, that seemed pretty extravagant. Now, I bought a whole catfish and fried it in my own house. But y'all know what type, like, I don't know, what was that, red snapper or something?
Probably
I don't even think I ever had red snapper.
I had. Sorry.
So I'm like, they eat that extravagant in Jackson?
Girl, you acting like it's in Mayberry some damn where.
That's probably the way I think of it. Like, they literally probably is the way I think of it. I know that that's the capital of Mississippi, but but
girl, you gotta go. You gotta go. You have to just go.
You're right. You gotta go. That don't really mean much. Yeah, I do. I think I am considering it Mayberry. You're right.
I don't know. I know when my brother, he went there, it was a culture shock to him because he came out of a Catholic school. So he's like, I ain't never seen this many black people in my life before. Because it was, it was HBCU. So, and several of the girls, like, they went to school with me. They went to middle school with my brother, but they also went down there too. So they were all familiar. And, but he was just like, man, I know I was in the military and he was talking about just the homecoming parties. He was like, we had TLC come. I mean, this is like 1992. So they had TLC, he met Walter Payton, all these big names come down there to that school. So I'm thinking, because it's a college town too, that they do have that type of nightlife sometimes, during football season or whatever, to accommodate those people who come into town.
Well, that's probably why Taste is doing so well. I'm almost of the belief that Taste is probably one of the first. But I never, like, again, it's the same thing that I think about like Blackwood Huntsville. That's literally, that is what it is. Like, I don't think that they've had a place like that. And it is what it, because this is not anything bad. I just think the things take a little longer to get there than it does everywhere else. That don't mean they ain't out there having fun. It just means they might be a little bit behind.
We'll see. I don't think so, though. There's some country parts down there in Mississippi, but I seen country, but I don't know. But I think Mississippi is like
it just depends. Like, for me, Indiana is country.
Yeah.
But I'm from Chicago. You know what I mean? Like, somebody from New York might think that that's slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, again, the lifestyle is just different. You learn how to get on the city bus and train and, and can go way clear across town very early. Like, it's a part of life. So, yeah, like I said, I think Indiana is country. And it is. If you even just follow on your way going down to the country, you know what I'm saying?
I'd have been in all the states.
It is. It gets slower and slower and slower, Oh, I got a request. We can't co-host right now.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and a lot of it is just the way that the people move. It ain't like I say, it's not a dig or anything. It's just the way that people move.
But I don't think the taste is the first or one of the first.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think they got a many. I mean, yeah, because it ain't got to be one of the first. But I'm just saying, it ain't many out there. It ain't like they came in and it was a slew of them already open.
So what does Cliff, or the backstory on Cliff? What was he into before they got this?
I felt like real estate.
Real estate, okay.
Yeah, I think he was in real estate. I think that did him and Selena date or something? I think they dated. Was that it? It might have been something like that. But that's pretty much. And he's a chauvinist. I mean, he's a chauvinist.
So, and he's quite a bit older than. I mean, like,
yeah. I don't remember the actual number, but he is definitely.
Because I imagine he's in his 60s, and I thought she may be late 30s, early 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So, anyways,
I don't even think the early 40s. Let me go ahead and Google it. That girl is young. That's why I'm going back to Marie Monroe look crazy. You know, like kind of coming for her the way she did. You look crazy. That girl.
Well, you know, I thought Marie was older than what she is.
She acts like it. That's that country stuff.
I was like, oh, she only 45? Okay.
Yeah, she acts
I thought
like
she was in her 50s. Yeah, so we have them there. They got a new chef there, so they're tasting the food.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Latrice is 31. That's what I mean. That girl is young.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Girl, how old is Cliff? Is he like 30 years older than her?
Let me see. I feel like he is.
She only 31. I thought she looked older than that to me, but okay. 31.
Well,
wow.
That's because these girls wear a pound of makeup and then they put on wigs. Like, all of that stuff ages you.
Mm-hmm. 31.
I mean, you look cute, but it ages you, you know.
Yeah, what was some girl? I think she was a white girl. She was 22 years old. And went viral for something, and everyone was saying she looked like a pretty lady. They thought she was in her 40s. And she was like, I'm only 22, but she had already started getting fillers and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So we're there. They're tasting the food. She's concerned that because he's going to have some condos on top of the restaurant, and then he's not coming home at night. And so
I can't find Cliff age.
Girl, they didn't scrub the internet.
Okay, yeah, I can't find his age, but he's definitely much older than her.
Yeah, he's definitely got to be in his 60s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's 50 nothing. And so he says, oh, so you have a trust issue? And she said, yes. You know, there's women that work here, and I guess she's 31 and he's 60 something. She might think he might be looking at the next young thing. So she has her friend come there, and she's talking to Amanda, who is divorced from a lady, and telling her, I don't know. This was weird to me to have.
I think so. Latrice is just playing the game she always plays. So here's the deal when it comes to Cliff. Like, Cliff is a chauvinist. Cliff is of course, much older than Latrice. So he runs his house and runs the marriage like a chauvinist would, who's paying all the bills or fronting your business. And I'm not saying that he has, right? I know that Latrice had her, because she had started off with the vending machines. Her hair was in vending machines.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know that she built, you know what I'm saying, her company on her own. But that's not to say that her husband didn't come in and be able to, you know, kind of help her push that. So with that being said, she kind of has, since she's been on here, and you understand it because of the dynamics of her being younger, kind of has a friend come in that can be like the buffer and try to kind of speak up for her or kind of bring some things up. I think that's the way that she kind of tries to talk to Cliff sometimes for him to be open. Because maybe she feels like his response would be different if it's coming from somebody else as opposed to coming, because like how he said to her, oh, you insecure, or what was it?
He said trust issues.
Trust issues, yeah. And it's kind of like, well, why does it have to be trust issues, or why can't it be that's not something she's comfortable with her husband doing? Does it have to be trust?
If you ain't coming home.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
For a man to do that to you, that's kind of him trying to, use that against you to make you feel like, you know what I'm saying, like something is wrong, like you have trust issues. And it's like, fine if you want to group it up that way, but the bottom line is, I don't think my husband's the same way. He's not going to want her to spend the night out. Right.
Because I'm not understanding. He's not coming home because of what?
Well, he's probably saying that he's tired, or maybe he's drunk too much. I mean, it's convenient enough for condos to be on top of your restaurant. So I can only imagine that that's the reason. I don't know that there's any. But here's the other part, because I just explained the dynamic. He may not give her one at all.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the only reasonable explanation is I drank too much. I'm too tired to come home, right? Just reasonably. Not to say you still agree with it, but if he's giving you any reason, it seemed like it would be something like that. But like I said, he's such a chauvinist in the way, and he does talk to her, or has talked to her in a derogatory manner. And for him, I don't think he has a bad character. I think he's a chauvinist in his truest form, right? Not the Marceau chauvinist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's an actual chauvinist that just doesn't respect women, doesn't really think they're supposed to be able to make decisions or be above him. Like, it seems like that's a true belief of his.
Yeah, because that's why he chose her.
Like, at the end of the day, he possibly could not be giving her a reason at all. He could be telling her that that's what he's doing and leaving it at that, which again kind of explains what because like I said, that's not the first time she's brought a friend in to have a conversation surrounding something in her marriage with Cliff. She had a stylist or maybe, I don't know, assistant or somebody last year. And Cliff and him got into it a lot. So I guess she had to go find her somebody else. And that maybe that's why she decided to let us know that Cliff actually likes the girl. But you see, Cliff kind of made it seem like, no he don't.
By default, he said. By default.
So that's just the dynamic with them. And so, like, I listen, Latrice, she's like an Ashley, except I think Latrice is way more naive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's, most guys who are like that, they usually pick a younger lady anyways, so they can, like he's her daddy.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's easy to do that because even as a person that's like respectful, you generally are going to give somebody respect. I mean, you've lived on this earth 30 more years than I have. Why wouldn't I listen to some of what you have to say?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just this. Here go another little message for y'all, really. That's just what you should do for people. Like, if somebody has had 40 more years of experience than you, maybe you listen a little bit to what they got to say. I don't care if they are sitting on the street corner. They might be able to tell you how not to get your ass
it's on the street corner. Yes, right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody gets that type of thing without having something to share or, So like I said, it makes sense that you would, because that's part of respect also. It's kind of like, I think, listening. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but like she's just naive, and maybe too just had not had a moment to come into her like full confident self. You know.
How long have they been married?
I can't remember. I feel like maybe 6-7 years or something, but I can't remember. Let me see if they got that.
She got with him when she was real young.
Let me see if they got that on Google.
Oh, okay. 31 and 60 something. Mm-hmm. Young woman, older man, I guess. So the friend that's supposed to sit there, and she told him that he needs to be coming home at night. And then she's also looking for someone, and he asked her, he said, what you looking for?
10 years.
They've been together 10 years?
Mm-hmm. That's what it say, 10 years. They have been married on September 26th. They were married for 10 years, so it's 11 at this point, because it's 2025.
And she only 31?
That's what's, yes. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Is the Googler machine working right? 31? Okay.
So maybe not, they say they've been together 10 years. Let me see. Do they got the right people? Okay, maybe. No, that's her. Wait a minute.
Yeah, she
fresh. Okay, wait a minute. They might not have the right people. Let me make sure. No, it do say the anniversary, September 24. Okay. They got the right people.
All right, then. They got married in, 2014? Or got together in 2014, or one of the two? Woo-wee. I wonder how her mama felt about her coming home with that old ass man at that young age.
Never know.
Oh, Jesus.
Right, okay with it.
I would have had a fucking fit.
Yeah, some might have been right okay with it.
Girl. Oh, I would have had a fit. Lord, I would have had. Oh, Jesus. Couldn't be my child. No. And I guess so. Okay, so Amanda, she says she can take anybody that's gonna do right, because her wife was cheating on her, so she looking, but hopefully she ain't looking and settling on Glenn.
Okay.
Exactly. But anyways, so we on to the party now. And so we're at the party, and who's there first? We got Mr. Cedric. He's there on time. You know, he's greeting people and everything, and the girls is wondering, like, what are you doing here? We thought her friend is showing. Girl. So she finally enters the party. Her friend gets there, and what you know is this little plain white man from another country. Is he Dutch or something, Danish or whatever?
I thought he said German, but I don't know.
He was from Germany, but he's Dutch or Danish, one of them. And his kids are back with his wife, but he's separated, supposedly, and I call bullshit on the whole damn thing. I figured they call
it. My notes, I said, let's go back to actual Selena pulling Leticia over to the side and having a conversation with her about her fiance pulling a Glenn, you know, which is going out to buy this truck. My note in there is saying, like, I called it out and I told y'all as soon as we saw her and her man, like, he was like a Glenn to me. So I thought it was pretty ironic that it was them four that are, you know, going off to talk to each other, because I guess if you're going to get any advice, it must be from the lady who got one just like him.
Yes.
But it seemed like the blind leading the blind to me. I said, but maybe she gonna put her up on game or something, some sort of game that I'm not familiar with. Maybe they got something that they know that's way different, you know, in real life, and it ain't being portrayed on this show. I think it happens. I don't know how often, but maybe that's what's going on. Because again, going back to Akeisha and So Gucci leaving, and I don't know how this happens, but like Carlos says, there's usually always a queen bee of every show.
Yeah.
Whether she's self-appointed, the producers appointed her, whatever way. And I believe Leticia feels very much so that that's her. I guess it was presented like she came into the show that way, as like she had the idea to go build Ferris Street and get the business back on there. And I believe that was what a lot of conflict for her with Akeisha was, because Akeisha came in and she had a little bit more than just the idea, which I don't know why that bothered her so much, but it felt like for Leticia, like she just wanted to be the only one. Because I think that if that was really a goal of yours, it seemed to me that you would have welcomed somebody who had actual property, who you know what I'm saying? Like you could get, like it seemed like that would be exactly the point. But she seemed like she felt intimidated by her for some reason. And maybe it had to do with that part, and also with her husband, just maybe being a little bit more supportive, maybe being able to provide a little bit more that kind of helps everything go along. And people can be envious of things, not that they, and they could be envious and not even really be knowing that they're displaying it.
Yeah.
So I'm saying all this to say, I think that makes Leticia feel good that here is Selena, coming in and needing to get some advice from her. Now, both of y'all men are raggedy as hell. And so, like I said, I guess that is who you should get the advice from. But I ain't really sure. Tambra not bringing her man on. She say he a good man. We don't get a chance to really see it.
Now, is she married to him now?
Huh?
Is she married to him now?
No, not that I know of. She possibly could be married and never told anybody.
Oh, because I only know Tambra from watching her and Gary with the T and oh God, the other lady from Texas. There I Said It. It comes on YouTube.
Okay.
That's how I knew Tambra.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, this is the lady from Belle Collective.
She's been very secretive on this show. And she brought Damon, she brought him on. Something happened where it was something they was trying to say about him. I don't know if it was that he was talking to somebody else. And what I know for sure is that she never brought him back.
Okay, now, she's supposed to be young too?
No.
I was going to say, when they say she got a baby, I'm like, damn, she was almost 50 having a baby.
She just had never had a baby. I mean, she was just a career girl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So she focused on her career. She had, and so that's why I'm saying she's very secretive. When she first came on, she had this like, this very direct way of how she felt like it should go. She wanted to be married before she had the baby. And that's how Damon came up, because she started to talk about this guy who she had dated in the past.
Okay, I remember seeing it. Okay.
Yeah, whatever, it was a time. And then she said, but if that's who I would marry, like that's who I would marry. And now, I guess, whatever, they was both single. And so they came back around and got with each other. That's what was presented to us. Now, she ended up pregnant. And again, like I said, Damon came on. That happened with him. We haven't seen him since. I don't know if he's still around. She said he is. She said he had to get another job. And so maybe that's what he's doing, working his little life away to try to take care of Tambra. Or maybe she just got with him and got the baby, and maybe they just co-parent. But we'll never know fooling around with Tambra. Because she's just been that secretive on here. And for some reason, it kind of worked for her.
So is she like a friend of?
No, she's the cast member.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, she's been very secretive. The baby hasn't been on there. Like I said, Damon only been on there the one time. And again, I don't remember if they actually got married. I know she got pregnant before she was married, but again, she's so secretive. She could literally be married and nobody know. I mean, I guess unless you go look it up. But who's to say that Tamara Cherie is what her name is? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I mean, that's how secretive she is. Like, I don't even know. So let me go back to what I said. I said Marie Monroe is always gonna have a good melodrama for us, because that's what I said. Honey, last year, honey, somebody was doing drive-by on your house, girl, and we never figured out what that was. I don't know if it was because of one of your kids, like what happened. But she always got a mini melodrama. And I guess that's good for her, because it keeps her having something going on. If all else fails, she gonna go pluck her mother from obscurity and then put her face to face about all her problems, so that she can have that. I didn't like the way it felt like that was when she did that to her mama.
Yeah.
And I said Tamara called it right when it came to the guys. You know, like she said, it seemed like Marie wants a submissive type of guy. Yeah. And they seem to be all right with it. If everybody know what's going on, then everybody know what's going on. Yeah. Go ahead, girls.
I said, this made for TV. I'm like, especially if you see the picture I got put up, her dancing with the both of them. I'm like, okay, this is a bit much, but it's her party or whatever. This little white dude, what's his name? Martin?
Yes, Martin. Excuse me.
I wouldn't put Stacy with Martin, so I'm just like,
no, honey.
Yeah, I just thought, okay, I think they're colleagues.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, I agree.
So, but also at the party, we do get a chance to meet Carrie Paul. And her husband is the sports agent.
And was that her name? Because I sure couldn't remember her name.
Yes, Carrie Paul. And she actually lives in Gulfport. Now, I'm thinking Gulfport, is that in Louisiana?
I have no idea.
Oh, I thought it was Gulfport. I think it's Louisiana. I'm not very sure. But anyways.
I have no idea.
So she was like, what kind of party is this? Where the people at? This is like shabby chic. I said,
it was empty in there, but I do think that it's probably hard to do. Well, listen, it's Jackson, Mississippi. You probably want to make sure it's kind of upper echelon, and then everybody have to sound releases.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the places, like when we see the cast, Huntsville included, where they be at, it kind of does feel like it's just them.
Yeah.
And whoever they invited. So listen, I'm like Marie. Who Harpo? Who is this lady? Like, my thing with her is you just got here.
Yes.
Sit your ass down and smile. Be happy that you're here.
Oh, my phone ringing. Hold on. I'm on live. Let me call you right back. So yeah, I thought the same thing too. Why is this lady all in the business? I guess she putting herself in there. So all the ladies start, discussing about this, her having the two guys there. They all discussing their confessionals, if they have or have not dated white guys. And of course, most of them said no, but what's her name was again? Carrie Paul had. She dated one in high school. For a minute, I thought her husband was white. Until I looked at him real good.
No, he might be half.
I believe he's some kind of mix. And so so the women, they're all discussing it and wondering why both are there. And Letitia says she's confused. So like I said, like they all got along, like they had a good time, and Cedric didn't feel no way about it.
Didn't seem like he did, because I said he is there. He know Marie is gonna come back with him, and he is there for the ride, honey, until he is not.
Yeah. Let me help her make her check.
Yes.
Let me help her make her check. So our next scene we go to is at the salon with Latrice and Amanda. And Latrice and Amanda are there discussing Cliff not coming home. And then Tambra enters and she talks about the party and talks about the two men there. And they discuss the reconciliation of Letitia and Latrice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Amanda basically said, we could deal with old girl, what's her name? Marie, but she said Letitia, basically always doing something underhanded. Then she goes on to talk about how Letitia's husband is in her DMs, and she says, he black, he's ugly, he's my type a little bit.
That's what she said.
She said, I entertain him a little bit.
And I guess clearly married is your type as well.
Yeah.
I talk about this all the time. Like, it's not my business to tell people what to do with their life.
Uh-huh.
And this is an example of you're not necessarily getting in somebody's business, but you are stating, because if my hairdresser said something like that to me about a person I was filming with, who I know was clearly married, I would kind of say that, like, but he married. I would need you to acknowledge to me that you're not talking to somebody who you know is like free and single. Like, so when, like you said, my type, black, ugly, like that was funny, but clearly your type is married as well. Like, because I don't care what you think his wife looked like. Like, what's wrong with you? That's
and I like how Tambra was trying to really like kind of press her, like, are you sure? Like, what did he actually? I took it as like, what did he actually say? Because she said he said something about her being pressured. So I'm thinking to myself, how long ago was this? Was it after?
No, it does. For this reason, it wouldn't matter. You don't have any business. And so, okay, here's like how they tried to do Candace's husband on Potomac a couple seasons ago.
Yeah.
With the DM to Ashley, right? He commented to a story. It go like, because you can comment, that's everywhere, even on this app.
Yeah.
You comment to the story, it goes to a DM.
Yeah.
My point is, as a married man, why are you telling some other lady that they pressure? And it's not a person who you are friendly with, openly friendly with. You get what I'm saying? I'm almost certain that when Leticia finds that information out, she's not going to like it. Now, I don't think it would be the same if he did that to Marie.
Uh-huh.
I think everybody could see that as, okay, you just pumping her up. But when you're doing a complete stranger like that, and that's my point, are we surprised that Glenn is up to his old trick? Well, and here it goes. To the tricks that's been presented to us, because I think it was the first season, by the time we got to the reunion, Leticia was saying that some lady, came and said he had some baby.
Yeah.
It didn't turn out to be his, to my knowledge. But the point is, for her to be able to come and tell you that would clearly indicate that you've been having some sort of relationship with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how those things start, but that's why I don't play in my DM. I don't let nobody play in my DM about nothing.
I don't even hardly look at them.
2 messages, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all.
Yeah.
I don't do those. But I have morals and standards. Not everybody do.
Uh-huh.
You know, so that's what I'm saying about the lady. Like, I thought, see, and this is where Latrice finds herself at odds with some of the ladies. Not Marie, though. Marie just was coming for her. But, you know, she just kind of like Gucci and the Selena thing. She kind of invited Selena. She seemed like she kind of egged a little bit of it on with Selena, you know, and I guess her being young, whatever, because it's almost like she was doing it in some slick type of way or something.
Uh-huh.
So, like I said, that's your hairstylist. You sitting there, y'all getting the tea, and nobody says, this man is married. You know what I'm saying? Nobody says that. You should be able to, even if y'all kikiing, that's your girl, all of that. I can say that to my girl. I can say, the man is married. I can look at her like with confusion.
Uh-huh.
And you would have to tell me like, oh, well, I don't care. You have to say that out your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And once you say, well, I don't care, then it'll be, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. Because the next conversation we have, if there ever is one, where you coming to me, talking to me about what this man ain't doing and giving you, I'm going to do the same thing and remind you that this man is married.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, you know, like, what was it that, I don't know what I was watching, but the lady was just saying, like, you always going to be second, like, you start to date a married man, like, you've already kind of signed up for a particular position.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, even if the guy, what was it, because I said, Ariane, did you send that to me or something? Or was we on the same, I don't know. It was something that we was watching, but like that might have been on Live on Carmela. But she was telling the truth. You know, like you start to date somebody who got a woman, already married, whatever. You already have accepted a lower title in that person's life.
Yes.
And I don't know, this is not like moving up on the job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Ariane is the perfect example.
Yes.
Like, it's taking you 5 years, and really you got the title by default because he just tired of being ran through the mud publicly. So he might as well go ahead and prove you in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how low is your self-esteem to accept that?
Uh-huh. You in this first choice.
Yeah, first choice, no choice.
Exactly,
because
yeah.
At the same time, it's we might as well
go ahead and do
this. And it's I know we might as well.
Yeah.
You better know, or, you know, we don't.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, that's kind of like, that, like, so, yeah, so I would say that to my friend. So I thought Latrice was being messy about it, per usual, but she seems to have little messy boots all written all over her. I think she kind of played that little I'm young role, but she definitely is messy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because that was messy. And we know we're filming. And I'm pretty sure she knew beforehand.
Right.
Yeah, so we're going to say this on camera. But
exactly. Exactly. But I would call my friend out.
Exactly.
And my friend would know that. Also, I think that anybody around me would expect that from me.
Yeah. Because I'm overly...
If you don't expect it, you don't know me. At all, to be quite honest. Like, at all.
I'm overly critical and judgmental. So, definitely...
I don't even put those words the reason why I think I may be overly critical, but I feel like I don't think I'm more overly critical to anybody than I am to myself.
Oh yeah,
so
I am.
That's what I mean. Like I'm not going to. And if I do find myself in any position where I've dated some married man, you better believe I didn't have a fucking clue.
Mm-hmm.
Like you better know I didn't have a clue about it, because that's not anything I would walk into. My self-esteem is not even set up that way.
Yeah. And
it's just not.
I always kind of believe in karma too. And and I wouldn't want that happening to me, so I definitely want to do that to anyone else.
Same.
You know?
Same. All of it, right.
Yeah, I don't need none of that. Nuh-uh. All that get back. Because I find it funny when people are in those situations, and then when they do finally get married, when their husband does it to them or their spouse does it to them, then they have a fit about it. I'm like, oh, chickens come home to roost.
Right. Yeah, right.
So that's what happens. But yeah, that's it with Belle Collective. I learned a lot. This is the first episode I really sat through and watched. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, but I actually thought the episode was pretty decent. I enjoyed watching it.
I enjoyed the episode. I'm going to probably give it about an 8
yes.
from a 1 to 10. Like I said, I do, because I really did like Akeisha and So Gucci. I understood why they left. I think it was the right move, right? So I'm not even wishing that they came back. But what I am noticing is I called it right when I called it right on the reviews last season about it, because the synergy that I'm seeing here now is one that nobody's intimidated. And it's like, we ain't met old girl. I guess her husband doing, I don't know. Harpo, who this woman, we got to figure her out. But she seemed like she just going to be nosy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a synergy with the cast, at least starting off. And it seemed like they all here to get along. So we'll see how, because I didn't really see very much outside of, it felt like they were confronting Glenn, maybe possibly about these DMs. What else I don't feel like I've seen anything that indicated conflict within the group, within the ladies back before.
I didn't notice that either. So
yeah, that's what I mean. It seemed like there's some synergy with this cast, and Leticia must have gotten what she wanted. She seemed to be happy.
Well,
so we'll see.
Well,
but
we'll
yeah,
see.
I think the episode started off really well. The season started off really well, and we'll get into the rest of this season, honey, and see how it goes.
Yes, I got to go back and rewatch. But I would say is I thought it was a good watch. I really enjoyed watching it. I saw it's a little messy. These are regular people here, so yeah, it was entertaining.
Yeah,
I would definitely say that.
Definitely is. I've been with Belle Collective since the beginning, and again, it was pretty much because, of course, it was Carlos King. I wanted to, support him. And I did like the idea, same with Love and Marriage. I like the idea that he was in Jackson, Mississippi. I think that it's cool to display us in all aspects of where we are, what's going on. And like, to your point, like, that's why I want to make sure I kept saying, I'm just comparing my upbringing as being somebody who had been living in a metro city. You know what I'm saying? So it is different. And your idea of places can be, different. So with that, you bring us to the forefront. You let us know that we got some movers and shakers everywhere, and not for nothing, we already know that, but let's highlight them and spotlight them or whatever. So, hey, I'm here for it. I always have been. Except I just didn't like the way they was treating Keisha and So Gucci. Now that they gone, you know, like I say, maybe they can figure something else out. They might turn on old girl, on Harpo, who this woman. They might turn on her.
Probably. That's usually how it goes. With the new people always get turned on. So yeah. I don't know, but okay. So all of the women seem to be, you know, have a career. So Selena does not, right?
It does not appear that she does.
Okay. What did her ex-husband do?
She might be a real estate agent, because ain't that what they all say when they need to present a career?
Well, shit. First thing you got to show me a real estate agent's home. But that's a house with a 2-car carport. Shit. But anyway, I think she gonna be selling beads, bracelets, or something. That's what she was doing.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just was like, okay.
Like, I don't know. I'm just right, yeah.
So she is with the movers and shakers. So hopefully she climbs that ladder, you know, and figure her way. But
well, listen, every reality show need one.
Well, I guess.
I mean, they do. Every reality show needs somebody who, you know, climbing their way to the top.
It don't like she climbing though.
It don't. When she was sitting there like talking to him, I didn't want to sound mean, but I know she started it off with I was in this terrible accident, you know, but I was like, you kind of just sound like you don't want to work. Hell, I don't either though. Like, is that
something? I'm retiring in 2 years, so shit.
Oh, that's good, honey.
Girl, they ain't good. I'm just saying, I'm being done in 2 years. I'm tired.
Okay.
But no, I don't know. Yeah, when I looked at that, I said, oh, okay. So I wonder, how long was she married to the other guy?
I don't remember.
So is that a long? So evidently, her and So Gucci.
I feel like him and So Gucci for sure have been married at least a decade.
Okay.
So yeah.
So evidently, other than the show, for her to refer them to So Gucci, it seems like her and So Gucci must have been in a good place.
That's what the assumption is. But as soon as she came on, she seemed to present like So Gucci had a problem with her.
Oh, okay.
And so that's how they end up kind of going back and forth. So that's why I say I really don't. It's my opinion that whatever issue that they did have was her fault. That fight specifically was Selena's fault. That's my opinion from watching the show and watching what happened. Now, everything after that, like, because they got into it, I feel like that's where the restraining order came from, because that was an issue last season that they wasn't supposed to film in the same space. So this is part of why So Gucci decided to leave, because she felt like, same as how Melody felt, that when it came to production and Carlos, like, Carlos wasn't really giving a damn. They ended up at an event in the same room when they wasn't supposed to be, whatever feet or whatever it is, you know, away from each other. Coupled with JJ, that's the husband, that's So Gucci husband, and the ex-husband. Right. He kind of, I don't know how much interaction they had always maybe experienced between each other, because he seemed to have this way of, it seemed like he didn't want them to make up in a sense, you know. And like I know Selena said something like, "Well, I think he feel like we're gonna compare." I don't know what kind of notes it is. This girl Selena feel like she would give So Gucci. She's been married to this man a decade, and you know, I don't know, something about that just bothered me. And not that I don't like. I would understand if you had some notes to give this girl when they was dating. But I don't, like, at this point, that don't make no sense to me. So it felt like it was still Selena. It felt like Selena was bitter. Yeah, that's what it is. It felt like Selena was bitter.
Girl, I'm trying to see who outside my damn house. Oh, did my husband come out early?
Yeah, that's what it was given. So, like I say, now she feel like she seemed like she's in some sort of peacefulness, and I guess it's because So Gucci is not on here anymore. It seemed like that was her goal, and so Gucci left. I was like I said, was that okay for her to run her off? Maybe not. But what I do think is that's the best way you play somebody is. When you let them know, I don't even need these little pennies. And again, it looked like Selena don't want to work. So yeah, it's better off for her to be on the show. She probably needed more than the other one.
Yeah. It looks that way.
Yeah, it looks that way to me too.
So yeah, but all in all, I think I would give the episode about an 8, and I really enjoyed watching it. So I will probably this weekend go back and watch the other episodes so I can get myself more familiar. Because like I said, I always kind of, if I called it, I called it. If I didn't, I didn't. One of those type deals. And I go, oh, this is cute, but I never really kind of followed up. So, honey, I was probably watching one episode from one season and the other episode for another season, because I did see where So Gucci and Selena were kind of into it, but I didn't understand, because I was like, then I see the husband, he didn't want them to speak or whatever, talk. So I was like, oh, okay, that's different. Because I don't know, I always tend to think like, whenever there's, we have children with people and they have children with other people, I like for everybody to be able to get along, everybody to be able to see. Yes, So if I see,
that's why I think So Gucci left also, because with them having the fight, the girls wasn't they wasn't talking to their dad. They took their mom's side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And here's the deal. I guess that's rightfully so. That would make sense that they would be on their mother's side. And so Gucci said something really prevalent, which was like this is their real life. These people not talking to their dad. Like nobody has time to be on, your television. You know what I mean? With this type of discord going on, and you're not doing anything to help it. Like there's an exploitiveness to it.
Yeah.
So again, if you don't want it to be that way, there are things that have to be done, and one of them is somebody can't be on there. And that's why I say, well, Selena seemed to need it more, so maybe she did her a favor. Or like I think Selena had to kind of in a roundabout way said it on the reunion, that's how we found out that Selena had been offered first, but she was like, well, you should have taken it. So she said, well, my son had passed away, which is why she turned it down. I kind of do, that's where it was a validation for me, that it felt like you wanted something from her, some type of acknowledgement from her when you came on camera, and really got it upset that she didn't give it to you. And so it was just downhill from there.
Oh, okay. But girl, yes, speaking of work, I gotta go to work in the morning with these kids.
Yes. Same.
Oh, Jesus. So, but yes, good episode. We'll be back with it next week, and I'll know more about it, because I'm like, okay, I'm trying to figure this out. I was trying to remember the names, definitely. But yeah, good episode, good watch, really. I would put it just as entertaining as any other one.
I think so.
Yeah. That was good. So I enjoyed watching it. So thank you guys for watching our live, joining us. Let us know where you feel like it ranked from 1 to 10, and with 10 being the best episode you ever seen. And also come in and like, share, and subscribe to Brandy Janae here on YouTube and to Word on the Curb on YouTube. And give us a thumbs up. Cost you nothing to like. Thank you. And good night. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Y'all next week. Same Batman time, same Batman channel.
Deuces.